Hi, in this CLO video, I'm going to be showing you how we can add darts to garments. So the first type that I'm going to show you is just a regular triangular dart with a single point. So this would be a dart coming off the edge of a pattern. If you are importing a existing pattern like a DXF file into your CLO window, which I do show you how to do in a previous video, you might have the notches already imported for the edges of your dart or even the shape of your dart where you want the end of the dart to be. If you are starting from this point, then you can follow along here, or if you're completely creating your dart in CLO, then you can follow along, but you just won't have these guides yet. But you can know where to place your dart based on your specific measurements for your pattern. So I'm going to go to my pattern right here that I want to add my dart to. And you can see sometimes your DXF file might import with this endpoint for your dart. Sometimes it might import with your full shape of your dart. It just kind of depends on how you created that pattern in CLO. But either way, what we're doing is going to be the same way. You'll see our notches, or you'll be creating the dart shape in your pattern if this is a pattern you've created in CLO, not something that you're importing. But once you do know where you want your dart to go, we're going to go to our internal line tool right here in our 2D toolbar, which I do a full video on because there's a lot we can do with internal lines. And we're just going to draw an internal line, creating the shape of our dart. So I click to start my dart on one of my notches, click on that point that I want the dart to go to, and then click up at the top to go to my other side of my dart, and then I'll click one more time to complete that shape. Typically, if we were just creating a dart on a physical garment, what we would do would be we would just use sewing and just sew that dart together, and it would be folded in on itself. But one thing that is tricky in CLO is because there's not really an easy way to fold this dart inside. If we just sew it together, it might end up the inside of the dart might end up folding outward, and it'd be really difficult to get it to push to the inside and to have it pressed the correct way. So what I'm going to do here instead, I'm going to delete that sewing, is I'm actually going to cut this out. So this is what the method that I recommend doing for darts in CLO is cutting, because then we don't have to worry about what happens to this extra fabric since it is hard to fold. So I'm just going to double click on that internal line and I'm going to choose cut. We could choose cut and sew. We also have that option, but that's not what we would want to do here because it actually wouldn't be sewing these pieces together. It would be sewing the whole triangle in. So I just need to cut it. And now it's removed, so I can click on it and click delete. And now I can use segment sewing to sew my dart together. So then when I go and simulate my garment, this will be sewn together. That dart will be closed. So that is one type of dart that we can do in CLO, just that regular triangular dart from the edge of a pattern. But we also have another type of dart that we can do. And I just have this like flowy top right here, just with a lot of extra fabric. So I'm just going to show you the other type of dart here. And that's the fisheye dart, which we actually have a tool for in our internal line tool button on our 2D window. So I'm just going to navigate to my pattern in the 2D window, hold down that button and choose the dart tool. This works very easily. We can either click and drag to create the dart and automatically cuts it out and sews it. So if I were to turn on simulation mode, you'll see that sews together immediately. I'm going to click Command Z to undo that, because we can also just click with our left click and get a pop-up menu where we can type in the exact dimensions that we want for our dart. So if you have specific dimensions that you want, then we can type those in right here. If you also want to specifically place it in a certain position, you can adjust that here with your left, right, up and down directions. And then once you're happy with all of these, you can choose OK. always turn on simulation to simulate the dart. And once your dart's created, you can also click on it like you would click on any line with the edit pattern tool. Double click and you can actually move it around. You can continue to edit it by clicking on the points and dragging them, so reshaping it even creating irregular shapes. Or if you want to delete it, you can double click to select the whole thing and click delete on your keyboard, and that will get rid of it. If you know where you want to place that dart, that type of dart, for example, you want it to be 5 inches down from the high point shoulder, then what we could do is we could add an internal line coming from that spot. I'm going to hold down shift and I'm just going to bring it all the way to the edge of the pattern and double click. And then I'm going to go into my edit pattern tool and choose add point / split line or X on my keyboard. And I'm just going to right click on that with my cursor closer to the part that I want my measurement to be from. So if I was saying 5 inches from the hem, I would right click closer to the hem. But because I'm saying 5 inches from the high point shoulder, I'm just going to right click closer to that edge and choose split by length and type in 5 inches. Say if I see where that point is showing it's going to be and I think it looks a little high, I could change it and pick out a spot that looks better or that I'm happy with and then choose OK. I can then click and drag to create a dart. I can try to get it where the center point is right at that point that I created, but sometimes that can be a little tricky. So I could just click and drag to create the dart that I wanted, or I could left click and just type in whatever dimensions I wanted. And if I didn't get it quite on that point, then I could go back to my edit pattern tool, double click, and move it around and then be able to place it directly on top of that. So that's how, if you have a specific measurement or dimension that you want your dart to be, you can use that, that menu that pops up. Or if you have a point where you want your dart to be placed, then you can always click and drag and add it there once you have that measurement added. So that's the basics of darts. I hope this was helpful. Thanks.